This is Patrick Roth, Senior Support Technician for eOne Business Solutions. Today we're going to talk about a problem that we run across here as customers have been transitioning from SmartConnect 21 perpetual licenses to SmartConnect 21 SaaS or subscription licenses. The problem we've been seeing is due to the model of where the users for SmartConnect are stored. So on the install of SmartConnect 21, with a perpetual license, the first user that gets installed is written into the local SmartConnect database as a admin user, and it also gets written up into the UAM servers for eOne, and that user is attached to that customer ID. Subsequent users that get added only get written into the local database because it's just a local database and perpetual licensing. And so whenever the user logs in, it's authenticated against the SQL user and the password that was created as. And if it gets changed, it's all in the local database. When we change to the SaaS licensing, as this one is, that user is authenticated to the UAM servers in the eOne cloud. What this means, though, is that the very first user that gets created, he gets written into the UAM servers. And so, assuming that the password hasn't been changed on that network server, they would be able to log in no problem. But what we would find is every other user would get a user password error on login and wouldn't let them in because they don't exist on the cloud server login, just locally. But since we're now SaaS, it doesn't log into the local database and it fails. So with SmartConnect 21.1.0.1567, development's added the ability to synchronize the UAM users. So if we look at this install, we have a current active database and then a few other available databases. So if we right click on it, we'll notice that we have the ability to retire this instance and make active instance, but we don't have the ability to synchronize our users. But for the active database, we have a new menu item called Synchronize Database. And what this does is it pushes the local users up to the UAM server and should be able to copy down the users on the UAM server to the local database. So if I run this command, it'll say, do you want to synchronize active users? Now, it also should note that this only does active users, in that if you have inactive users on either side, it doesn't do anything with those. It ignores them, and it will only do the active users. So if I run this, it's busy pulling the lists, and it finishes. And so now what you should find is that your local perpetual users have all been now copied to the UAM servers, and whatever password that they used previously should be the new UAM server password for the users. In the event that they already had existed before, it should be whatever the UAM password is, which they might not know. And so when launching SmartConnect on the login window, you should be able to click the forgot password link, and it should send you an email with a token, and it'll let you reset the password. And now that'll be your new password in SmartConnect 21.